Welcome to this MYXclusive interview. I'm VJ I, and for today we have an international artist. He's part of a multi-platinum trio based in Los Angeles. They toured with the Chainsmokers. They collabed Only You with Little Mix. They collaborated with Demi Lovato on their 2017 single No Promises. They've also worked with Wiz Khalifa, U2 for Love is Bigger Than Anything in Its Way. They've been together since 2014. They just released their debut album Hellraisers Part 1, which is the first installment to their 3-part project with over 30 songs, and it's all dropping in 2021. Wow, busy year ahead. Please welcome, here to talk all about it, is Matthew Russell of Cheat Codes.
Yeah, what's up? That was a great intro. You killed it.
Hi, Matt. Welcome virtually to the Philippines.
Yeah, good to be here.
It's morning here. I'm not sure where you are, though. What time is it there? And are you in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA. It's about 6 p.m. here. Yeah, good weather, good day.
Mm-hmm.
Loving life.
Well, it's been a long day for you. Most probably, I'm sure you've been talking to a lot of people about your debut album, about Lean On Me, your collaboration with Tinashe. But before we get to that, we'd like to, know more about the group first, Cheat Code. So I know Trevor and Kevy aren't here, so you're going to be having to speak for the group. So can you please tell us how the group was formed first?
Yeah, we all met in LA. I actually originally met Trevor from the group back in the day. We played a show. I was 18, he was 16. We played a show at a pizza parlor in St. Louis. So that's kind of where we met, and then later met up in LA. And me and Kevy actually used to be a rapper, and I was making beats for him. And he liked my beats, and we started working together. This producer actually screwed us over, so we took him to small claims court. We won.
Oh.
We won the lawsuit, and we became best friends after that. So that's kind of how Cheat Code started, and we were like, "Yo, let's make a DJ group." And I was living with Trevor at the time, and we started making music, and we started putting out songs every month, and things just kind of took off from there.
Has it always been music from the start for you guys, or did you have like other dreams, other hopes, other day jobs as well?
Yeah, it's always been music, but we've had different day jobs. Like Kevy, aka Princess Rosie, he used to be a stuntman. Actually, he was a stuntman on Desperate Housewives and a bunch of big TV shows back in the day. But I think it was a little scary for him after a while. Some of the stunts are kind of dangerous. You're like flipping cars over, things like that. We've done like a lot of the typical day jobs like catering and being a waiter, bartender. Me and Kevy, like right when we started the group, we used to do catering with a friend of ours, and one of them was like this celebrity party, and we were like getting Ryan Seacrest drunk and Heidi Klum drunk. And,
wow.
I wasn't very good at bartending. All I knew was I'm just gonna get everyone wasted here so that they don't care how bad the drinks are. That was my goal.
And during those celebrity parties, were you able to like make connections when it comes to music, or was that not a part of your plan yet?
It was more just about having good stories and like good times. But definitely living in LA is kind of interesting because you end up seeing entertainers and celebrities just like on a normal basis, and it kind of becomes normal for you. But for us, it's always just been about the music. Like we're songwriters and producers at heart, and then our music started taking off, so we started playing shows and got into DJing and doing the whole thing. So.
All right. Now, Matt, you're kind of breaking up, but I think right now you are good. Okay. So I hope you can hear me. Now, Matt, sometimes best friends who also happen to be musicians really love doing music together, but then they just make it their hobby. So what was like that point in your career that you three really decided on being a group together and calling yourselves Cheat Codes?
Yeah, the name kind of came from a story that Kevin told me because his brothers used to be in this rock band called Clear Static. They were touring. They were really young at the time. They were opening up for Duran, and they were playing a sold out Madison Square Garden. So Kevin came to the show.
Wow.
He was probably like 10 years old at the time, and he was kind of shocked by the whole thing, like these being his older brothers. He was like, "Bros, like, how are you doing this? How are you making all this happen in such a short amount of time?" And in a very cocky tone, they're just like, "Ah, oh, it's cool, bro. We found the cheat code. Like, no big deal." So that was a story that he told me when we first became friends. So later, when we were going to make up names for the group, I was like, we should be called cheat codes because we want to have. It's always more fun when you're playing a video game. You have the cheat code, and you can just go straight to the fun part. You know, I feel like a lot of people when they start a project or an idea, they feel like it has to be hard or painful in the beginning, but
Mhm.
we don't really think it has to be like that. You can just have fun with it, make something that you love, and go from there. So that's always been the idea of cheat codes.
Although, may I just say, Matt, I don't think you really cheated your way into anything. You guys really worked hard, and after more than 5 years, you're now just coming up with your debut album. I'm sure you worked a lot. You worked so hard for it. So, can you please tell us about your debut album, Hellraisers Part One?
Yeah, so this album, we just wanted to make really good music, really good pop music, and not fit it into any sort of dance format or anything like that. And we wanted to make a body of work that was just like true to us. And during the lockdown, we went from starting to make one album with like 10 to 12 songs, and we had nothing to do. We weren't playing shows. We couldn't leave the house. So we had like 40 or 50 ideas, and we were like, why not just make a 3-part album? So yeah, it's we have 3 parts, and they're all different genres, different vibes, and yeah, we can't wait for everyone to hear all of it. So
Some artists, Matt, would reserve some of the songs, for different years. It'll help prolong and ensure, the band has a song or the group has a song for years to come. But why did you guys decide to lay it all on the line in 2021?
you know, we just wanted to make our debut album really something special. So just doing one part wasn't enough for us. So I mean, the idea is we wanted to all be like one project, so to speak. So yeah, we just dropped the first part a few weeks ago, and within the next 12 months, we're gonna have all 3 parts out. So it's gonna be a lot of music, and things are starting to open up. So we're also gonna be doing a tour for the album for all 3 parts as well. So we're looking forward to it all just being one cohesive like theme and story and vibe, and yeah, we're excited about it.
You mentioned touring, Matt. Have you ever been to the Philippines?
No, I never have, but my girlfriend has, and she said it was amazing. She loved it, and I can't wait to go. Like once everything's open, I really want to go.
Oh, well, we can't wait to have you here as well. But while we wait for that, all right, we're just gonna be listening the whole time to Hellraisers Part One. And can you please describe to us like what the difference of each part is from each other, like Part One, Part Two, Part Three?
Yeah, so part 1 is kind of more of our pop songs. Part 2 is more like emo hip hop vibes, kind of like a darker aesthetic. And then part 3 is more of our typical club records that you might expect from cheat codes. So, we wanted to give the fans something different, but also some of our classic kind of sounds as well. So be on the lookout.
All right. Now, it must have been hard thinking of a name for this three-part album, since it has a lot of songs. They're different sounds combined together. So, how did you come up with Hellraisers?
You know, we actually got the inspiration from our late manager. He passed away over a year ago. It was pretty sudden and tragic, actually, but he used to call us Hellraisers, and part of the idea of it was just, you know, he was always supportive of us doing things outside the box or things that wasn't normally industry standard. And, we might give certain business people a headache because we really push for what we want, but he was always down to push for that for us. So when he passed, we kind of started the album with him, and then he passed away. We knew we needed to finish this and make it something special. So, yeah, we want to dedicate the album to him, and he's definitely a big inspiration on us finishing everything.
Oh, that's sweet. Actually, it's some kind of a tribute for him. So, is Hellraisers like his term of endearment for you guys?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so MT, his name Michael Thean, he used to call us that all the time, and like he loved it. We thought it was funny. So.
All right. Now let's talk about your upcoming music video with Tinashe. You guys dropped a teaser a while back. It's called "Lean on Me," and we saw how colorful it is. You guys were shooting in person with Tinashe. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so I mean, we wrote the song during the lockdown, and we weren't really seeing anybody, so we were sending ideas back and forth with her. And I think we sent her 3 different songs. That was kind of the one she gravitated towards. She really liked the message of everything. We wanted to make something that was more uplifting. Things were starting to open up, and we wanted people to come together and not be divisive. And so, yeah, that's kind of why we vibed with that song. And then, so basically, she recorded her parts, and then we later were just experimenting with Trevor's vocal on it as well, like on the second verse, and their vocals just kind of matched perfectly, so we kind of turned into a duet, so to speak. But yeah, then we shot a music video with her, we did a photo shoot with her, so the music video is dropping Wednesday, so get excited for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a little birdie told us that it's gonna be coming out on June 4. Is that right?
Yes, I don't know if that's right. I think it comes out this Wednesday. I'm not sure.
Oh, this Wednesday. So that's tomorrow. Well, it's Tuesday here now. So you mean May 26th?
Okay. Yeah, LA is Wednesday. It's Monday here.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna be expecting it sooner rather than later. So that's great. Oh, so can you tell us like what the concept of the music video is? Any fun moments while shooting it?
Yeah, we shot at this really cool spot in LA. It's actually called the Pink Motel. The entire thing is literally just a pink motel, but it's kind of like an old school, something that you would see in the 50s or something. Ooh. And it's pretty cool. They shot this movie called Honey Boy there. That Shia LaBeouf just had out like a year and a half ago or something. And yeah, it's just kind of, we want to have, Tinashe, good vibes with us. Just good vibes, honestly. So yeah, summertime vibes.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. We're gonna be waiting for that, especially since it's really super hot right now in the Philippines. Now let's talk about your other collabs in the album. Let's talk about your collab with Bryce Vine. Can you tell us how the collaboration came about?
Yeah, so we know a lot of his. We kind of have the same circle of friends, like same writing partners that we work with a lot. And they wrote that song, and they actually had the song for about a year before they sent it to us. And it was kind of based off of, they did a writing session in Miami, and they had their tickets booked. And they were having such a good time in Miami, they really didn't want to head back. So they literally pushed back their flights because they had the idea for this hook, and they wanted to finish the record. So you know, the whole hook is, I don't want to leave, I want to stay, you know, take another shot from memory, push back my flights, like all those lyrics, those were like, it was a real situation and with them writing the hook to that song. So when they sent it to us almost a year after that, we kind of took the production a different direction and put our whole like cheat code spin on it. And yeah, now the rest is history. It's kind of the right vibe. So, but we love Bryce. We met Bryce when we first moved to LA about 6 years ago. He was coming off this show called The Glee Project, which is based off that hit TV show Glee at the time. So it's really cool that LA is really a small circle of writers and artists that you can kind of just meet, and even if at the time you're like, oh, I don't know if we'll be working with this person, then 6 years down the line you end up, it's kind of like the perfect timing. So you never really know with a thing like that.
Exactly. You know, the artists you've collaborated with over the years are so diverse. And even with just this debut album, it's crazy. Like, as you said, there's Bryce Vine, and then you have someone from Australia, Chloe. So, like, how are you guys able to, like, choose which artists you want to collaborate with?
Yeah, for us, it's always just what's best for the song. So, you know, we're open to working with new artists that are like up and coming, or maybe if we hadn't heard of them necessarily before, but we really like their music and they have a good voice. And we're just open to collaborating and just making really, really cool stuff. And the other thing too is we don't like to force it. So it's like, you know, I said we've been friends with Bryce for like 6 years and just now did a record with him. So it's a lot of it's about timing for us. We don't want to just do a record just to do it. We want to make sure it's, you know, the right kind of vibe and that it's doing justice for both the artist sound, you know.
Now, how about for part 2 and part 3? Like, are there also collaborations there that we can expect?
Yes, there's definitely collaborations. Part 2, we have a song with Travis Barker. It's really sick. So I can't wait for you guys to hear that. And yeah, like I said, it's more like the emo hip hop vibe. So it's going to be more catered towards that direction. And yeah, so you guys just have to wait and see for that.
And speaking of waiting, how long do we have to wait for part 2 and part 3?
I think we're going to put out our first single of part 2 in like a month and a half or something. So pretty soon.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we don't have to wait much longer. And besides, you know, we have 11 tracks of part 1 to, you know, digest before part 2 comes out. So thank you so much for, you know, working hard and giving us all this music to absorb this 2021 and to enjoy and to party with in our own homes. So thank you for that. Now, Matt, before I let you go, what's your message to all of your Filipino fans?
I just want to say, go stream Hellraisers Part 1 right now. We love you so much. We can't wait to come to Philippines for the first time and do a show for you guys. So everybody stay safe and we love you.
And where can they follow you online as well? You know, Filipinos are very active online, especially if they love your music. They'll bug you every day. So please tell us your social media accounts. Go ahead.
Yeah, everything is at Cheat Codes, CHEATCODES, at Cheat Codes. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everything, Snapchat. So go follow us.
How about you? Your personal accounts. Go ahead.
My Instagram is Matthew Russell Official. So go hit me up and I respond to everybody. So.
And any solo projects that you're working on, Matt? Aside from, you know, the projects you're working on with Cheat Codes.
You know, I'm pretty focused on the album for right now, but yeah, that's definitely something in the future that could definitely happen. So Trevor has solo music that he's put out, a couple songs, and Kevin has a bunch of songs that he has done that he hasn't put out yet. So we're definitely, you know, we're supportive of everything that each other does. We're all really good friends, and so yeah, we just love to make music, and we want to release as much as possible. That's kind of our whole mentality.
That's great. And we will do the same. We'll be supporting each of your careers as well. And of course, Cheat Code. So thank you so much. I hope you get to drop by the Philippines when you have the chance, after all this is over, after this whole pandemic. We'll be waiting for that. But for now, to everyone watching, please do stream Lean on Me and the whole Hellraisers Part 1 album. And again, wait for the music video that's about to come out tomorrow here in the Philippines. So thank you so much, Matt, for joining us and telling us all about your latest projects. But that is it for our MYXclusive interview for today. Once again, I'm DJ IE from the #1 music channel in the Philippines, Mix. And this has been a MYXclusive interview with Matthew Russell of Cheat Code.